Okay, so one thing that I've just done it straight away, exactly what I wanted to address. Didn't realise until I went back through the video how much I was bloody pointing at you last week.
At me or the viewers?
Well, I was mindful about being back on YouTube, being back on video again. I wanted to make sure that we were not just statues, just sitting here staring at each other talking. And I was rather aggressively pointing at you. So I'm going to be super mindful of that this week because, I don't want a new drinking game that every time Luke points, you take a drink because you'd end up on the floor very quickly with that.
Like you on the weekend.
No comment. Hello. Welcome back to another episode of Fine Length to Full Forward. Sorry, that hello was at you, but it was also at our lovely audience because there is a word for listeners and viewers.
Combined.
Which is?
Audience,
which we found out 55 minutes into last week, I think it was. Welcome back. Hopefully it's a bit of a clearer picture than last week. As you can see, we're not using my phone because it's in my hand. We haven't had a bit of a disaster yet. Thanks again, Jaden, for the intro. Bloody loved seeing it again.
So good.
So good. Brand new look finally to Full Forward. Elite.
I think we can keep going on about that for...
We can make it the full episode if you want. We can scrap all of this if you like.
Yeah. I'm happy to do
Sorry.
that.
It's our show. So, one of our favourite times of the year.
What are you thinking?
Well, not the Ashes. I hate the Ashes. Hottest 100 votes open.
Just like, was it today? Yesterday?
Well, we are recording this a day earlier than usual. So, today they opened. By the time you hear this, it'll be open for a couple of days. Yeah. Thoughts? We're not really overly impressed this year, are we?
Not impressed with the is it the suggested? The ones that pop up on
I'm not sure what it's actually called, but yeah.
They're either there on the website, so you can sort of add them in straight away, or you have to manually add them in. And I haven't actually done it yet. I had a quick look.
I've started. Okay, this is the most annoying thing because that wasn't a point. That wasn't a full-on point. This is the most prepared I've ever felt for the votes. Like I've had a playlist. A couple of my friends have done a playlist throughout the year, and they just add and add and add, and they decide from there. I was like, fuck, this year I'm going to do that because that's elite. So added it, had like 80, 85 songs on there, managed to get it down to 30, and had a pretty strong 6 or 7 in that 30. Like they're locked.
Yeah, they're a shoe-in. Like yeah.
And pretty much all the ones that were shoe-ins weren't on the short list.
You had to manually add them in.
I had to manually add them in. So you may have figured out Hottest 100 is quite a big deal for us. It is quite a tradition. We think about it a lot of the year, don't we?
Yeah. Even like I feel like I used to listen to Triple J heaps, like maybe a couple of years ago when with driving to work.
Yeah.
When I was in the car, I'd listen to it all the time. Now I think it's less so, but I still, like in terms of Hottest 100, it's still very much a big deal.
Yeah. I don't even think I listen to Triple J. I just feel like all the music that I find on Spotify kind of usually correlates. There's usually a bit of a crossover.
Yeah.
But so enjoy that. Hopefully, send us some of your votes. We love music here.
Yeah.
Ravenous.
There's no denying that. We're obviously a sports podcast, but we're both very, that's how we became friends, maybe?
One of the ways. Yeah, well, we played cricket together as well pretty early on. But it was around the same time we kind of got into music.
Music as well. Send us in your votes.
Yeah, we'd love to see those.
Absolutely.
We'll have to do. Oh, I've had no idea. I won't say anything yet. But that was this week, a little earlier. Pels played
on the weekend.
Obviously, we got to talk about the Pels on this podcast. People love the Pels.
People do love the Pels.
How's the back?
Yeah, it's not. It's better than it was on Saturday.
It wasn't good on Saturday.
It's still not great now, but it's frustrating, right? Because I woke up on Friday morning and it was very sore. I was having like spasms every couple of minutes. It was just on and off, on and off. But there was no reason for it. Like I didn't, unless
rhyme or reason.
Jeez, that's a deep cut.
If you know, you know.
There was no sort of like, I did nothing on Thursday. Just went to work. It was normal.
Oh, that was your first mistake, mate.
But Wednesday we played basketball and we did the pod last.
We were here for several hours on Wednesday.
Yeah. So now I'm conscious about my posture now. If I don't want to.
Yeah, well, it's a lost cause for me. So, yeah, you rocked up. The Pels were very undermanned on Saturday. Six of our 11 were fill-ins. And then we had Ashwin, who couldn't bat or bowl.
Yep.
Couldn't bend down to pick up a ball. So I leaked a couple of extra runs that I should have.
Specialist fly slip, and I was short cover as well.
Yeah.
I discovered that slips are actually, just for anyone that's any of the audience that's watching this.
Audience, nice, yep.
If you do have a bad back, what do you think would be the ideal spot to go on the cricket ground? What's the ideal fielding location? Because I don't believe it's the slips. See, initially I thought, Almo was like, do you want to go on the slips? And I was like, yeah, but then a ball came zooming past and you realize that your reflexes kick in, and when you've got a shit back and you just go like this, you just, the last thing you want is sudden movements. So I think short cover is like, because you're there enough to sort of intimidate the batter, or
you are intimidating. But
if it goes right past you, just
that's the thing. I get what you mean. Like, you want to be fielding somewhere where you've got backup. Yeah. So put you on the boundary. Nah. In the slips. Nah. If it's through, you're fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good one though. Let us know. Because I can guarantee you'll have a bad back again before the season's out. So we'll need to figure out somewhere else to put you. So please do let us know.
This is actually helping us in a very big way.
But the way of fine leg to full forward, the way of the Pels, we love an underdog. As we said, 5 or 6 fill-ins on the weekend.
Yep.
We have to call out one individual. Very good friend of ours, very good friend of the show. I don't know if he's got a shout out before.
Benny Burns.
Benjamin B. Burns.
Burnsy. My goodness.
What do you do with the pill, mate?
Fill in, right? Burnsy fills in for the Pels. Takes a casual forfer.
All hooping.
All of them shattering the stumps.
Yeah.
I think he broke the bail once.
He did break the bail. Yeah. And then he came in and made 19 not out, hit a very sexy 6.
A monster. Apparently the first 6 of his entire career.
Really? Even on those tiny grounds in New Zealand, Ben?
Apparently. So
shit.
Congrats, Burnsy.
Well done. Benjamin B. Burns.
What a fill-in.
What a fill-in. The man, we were carried by a fill-in.
Yeah, no.
It's almost disrespectful to call him a fill-in because he's an elite cricketer.
Oh, very much so.
Very, very good friend of the Pels, a very good friend of the show. So thanks again, Benny. I'm sure we'll see you again before the season's out.
Especially if my back continues.
So it's also true. Yes, good point. 10-wicket win as well, by the way. Shout out to 4th place for their
opening stand.
Again, how many opening stands is that? They've just been ridiculous. It's the second one, I think. Okay, more than I thought when I started saying the sentence, but 2 pretty good fucking opening batters.
Oh yeah, very much so. And it's good. It's just so good to see them both. Just the tag team, right at the top of the order. It was real good to watch. I feel like last year, so they had a huge partnership last year. Did we not have the retire at 50 last year? Was that brought in?
Okay, so last season, Pels, we played F grade cricket.
Right.
So every comp was a one-day comp because of COVID. I don't know why. Don't know how they made sense of it, but that's just what it was.
Right.
So I think they're back to normal now. So we're back in, or is no, I think every comp might still be one day.
Okay.
But we're back in 1 day 1.
Right.
So the retiring rule's still there.
Yeah, okay. That makes sense.
Yeah, that's why Lockie Shaw could make 183 not out last season.
Yeah.
But yeah, Bishaw and Elmer made 52 not out and 50 not out.
And retired, yeah.
What we've done there is blabber on about the Pels for quite some time. Shall we get into...
Run it back.
Okay, so run it back. We'll go through, again, if you're not aware, we'll go through the cricketing happenings of the week.
Yep.
Couple of Big Bash games. We want to get them out of the way.
Yes. A few Big Bash games. Should we start with the Gades?
Yep. Fucking love the Gades.
How good are the Gades? We're sitting pretty down at the bottom of the ladder at the moment.
Where we in our natural habitat.
Natural habitat.
Yeah.
We
nature is healing.
The underdog.
The underdogs. Yes, we are the Pelicans of the. Well, we're the flying like the full forward of the Big Bash.
Yes. Zay Khan's been all right.
Yeah, is he got the golden cap at the moment?
7 wickets so far.
7
so far.
Bloody hell. I did watch a bit of the game. Sammy Harper saying he didn't know which way it was going to spin behind the stumps. So,
yes.
Yeah. Shout out to Mackenzie Harvey as well. 70 odd not out.
Absolutely.
So a couple of...
Always some bright spots in there.
It's just... They're going a long way down to the bottom of the ladder, those bright spots.
Tell you what, I did see the reel that we put up about.
Yes, we put up. Yeah.
It's our channel, right?
It is. Yep.
The Stars, they are doing pretty good.
Yes, they are.
They beat Thunder down at the G, and then proceeded to travel up to Sydney and beat them again.
Look, the reason behind the reel, it's all in good fun, and as we said, we have to make fun of them when we can because we're always so shit.
Absolutely.
That's all I've got to say on the matter.
It is what it is. We're just what was the caption that you put down when
our team's shit, so please let us have this or something. Our team sucks, please let us have this.
100%.
But no, you put the caption up.
Oh yeah. Our channel.
Our channel, yeah. It's called. Oh jeez. All right, but main thing, the Ashes. First test, unfortunately, done and dusted. Australia 1-0 up, comfortable win, won by 9 wickets, which, to be honest, I always saw coming. They call it the Gabatoir. It was a bit of a fight back from Joe Root and Dawid Malan, which I was pleasantly surprised with.
Yep.
But England's tail end is just so weak, and there was just another classic, a patented batting collapse.
Yeah. It was day 3 was day 3 when they had a solid partnership. And then day 4 was just
day 4 collapse, and then all of a sudden it was all over.
All over.
Well done to Alex Carey, pretty good debut. I'm pretty sure most dismissals in a test debut for a keeper ever.
An Aussie or just ever?
I think ever.
I heard something like that.
That could be too bold of a claim. I do apologise. I remember seeing it, but I didn't take note of it.
Yeah.
Just wish he got a little more runs, to be honest. I do like Carey.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm glad they opened with him.
Yeah, worth trying, I think. Yeah.
Just have a go, mate.
Absolutely. Tell you what, someone that did have a red hot go.
He had a red hot crack at it, yeah.
Travis Head. Man of the match, deservedly so. What a knock. What a statement, really.
Yeah.
Because sort of leading up to it is very much, is it Head or Khawaja to sort of be in the team? And there was a bit of, Khawaja or Marcus Harris as well. But
yeah.
Quite a lot of it was the number 5 spot. So I think he's done very well. 152 off 148 balls.
Yeah, striking above 100 for a ton, which is just ridiculous. Like,
something else about that innings. First Aussie to score a century within a session at the Gabba.
That's impressive. Hey, I have an idea. Again, if you saw the reel, I'm really good at acting. Look at Hollywood. Why don't we run it back through some pretty good sessions of Test match cricket with Travis Head's innings in mind? We'll run it back through some sessions.
The sessions. I love it. I will start with none other than Davey Warner.
Yes, he found himself in the runs again. That test, first innings.
Yes.
Sorry, carry on.
Few. Definitely wasn't a. I didn't find it a hugely convincing innings. I think he was dropped like 3 times, 3 or 4 times.
True, but he did score more runs that innings than he did in the 2019 Ashes series.
Really? Oh, that was was that when he was sort of, when Broad was...
Yeah. Anyway, sorry.
Yeah. Otherwise, I'll go on about why Broad and Anderson weren't picked.
Oh, anyway. You'll go on about it.
Davey Warner.
Yes.
Let me run it back to the SCG in 2017 in the series against Pakistan. Quite a famous innings. Do you remember it? Do you recall much?
Yeah.
And it's relatively fresh, I'd say, in our minds.
I think so.
Day one of a test match, right into it. You want to set the standard, right? Day one of a test, and you want to get your teammates up. You want to get the energy up. Comes out to bat, and look, opening. We both open the batting.
We
are openers now.
We're openers in every sense. And give us the new pill to both bowl with and face. Oh my God, please don't do that. I hate batting. I'm terrified.
When we go in, we see off the new ball.
You see it off. I get out to catch of the season before that.
The idea is generally to see off the new ball.
Yes.
Which is not what Davey Warner did on this particular occasion. He became the fifth player ever to score a century before lunch on day one of a test match.
It's impressive.
He hit his second, fourth, and fifth balls of his innings for boundaries.
That's starting with a purpose.
Yes, exactly. You want day one of a test, you want to get that energy up and very much make a statement. So, when do you remember the partnership, him and Renshaw?
Yeah, I remember this. This is hilarious. If this could not be any more yin and yang.
It was so when he was closing in, it was getting close to lunch. And I think he was in the 80s or something, mid 80s or something. Yeah. There's about 20 minutes to go until lunch, and Matty Renshaw was out there, and every time Matty Renshaw was on strike and he would block or leave, the crowd would almost like turn on him and start booing. I've never seen that.
That was us. That was us with you when you're making your 3 off 30 on.
Oh, really? Were you booing me?
Yeah, I was like, you not hear me? I was umpiring.
Oh no, I didn't. Wait, you were booing me? Oh,
no further questions, Your Honour.
Oh, fair enough. Oh, I would have laughed. I didn't realise that you would. Anyway, that's my run it back for you. What have you got for me?
Okay. I want to talk about a Ben Stokes innings. Not the Ben Stokes innings you think about, though.
The one that we've already gone through?
The what? Have I already spoken about it?
You talked about the one, the match-saving knock.
He's the one bringing it up there, not me. The one I want to bring it up is the one... If that innings at Headingley hadn't happened, this would have been his best innings ever by far.
Yeah, right.
258 off 198 balls.
Yeah, jeez.
130 runs in one session. So I think that very much fits the bill of this Sesh theme that we're talking about. That's a fair session.
Yep.
Yeah, you're right with that. I believe it is the most in a first session of a day, not day one.
Okay.
First session of a day.
Yeah.
Which is setting the tone on a particular day.
Yes.
But it was a classic Ben Stokes taking the game on innings. There was 41 boundaries, 34s and 11 sixes.
Wow.
Which is like 11 sixes.
Yeah.
I'd love to hit 1 6 ever, let alone 11 in innings. That's ridiculous.
Absolutely.
Second fastest ever test match double century behind, I think it was Nathan Astle in 2002.
Oh, wow.
That's a stat for you. So obviously fastest ever by an Englishman. 399 run partnership with Johnny Bairstow. So Johnny Bairstow, people don't remember, Johnny Bairstow he was 150 odd not out, which was his first ever century for England. Pretty sure it was the highest 6-wicket partnership ever.
Of any team.
I think so, yeah. I think that it was a record then. It might still be now. What gets me, and this is why I brought this one up, because he did score a century in an innings, in that Headingley innings.
In a session. Was it in a session?
Yes. Just want to see if I didn't spoil anything moving forward. That's cool. Sorry, I was like, oh, suddenly my mate's multi, but no, we're good. England scored 1 for 312 in 38.5 overs that day. That's 8 runs and over for a day, like for that period in a test match.
It's ridiculous.
Madness. So that's a fair session.
That is a fair session.
What do you got for me?
I love that you brought up Nathan Astle as well. Just casually. Burnsy,
Love the Kiwis.
love the Kiwis.
Every
We
single
do.
one of them. We do love the Kiwis.
Absolutely.
Are they our Saints for cricket season?
Oh,
Fuck, how good are the Kiwis?
how good are the Kiwis? How good's Kane?
I fucking love Kane.
Kane.
He might be my
leads in.
favourite Kane. Sorry, Kane Richardson.
Kane Turner.
Sorry, Kane Richardson. All right, do you want to quickly give us another one? Give us a sesh.
Much more. I've lost words. A lot more condensed.
Okay, yeah.
Matty Hayden.
Yep.
2003, I believe.
Was it?
I think it was 2003.
Yep, okay.
His record, well, at the time, his 380 against Zimbabwe was ridiculous. It was he scored 105 runs in one session, and then 107 in another session.
So two back-to-back 100-run sessions. Fuck.
Yes, absolutely. And that at the time, it was on his way to the highest individual test score ever. And get this, Australia posted 6 for 735 on their way to winning by an innings and 175 runs.
Shit.
Haydos faced 437 balls, which is not that many if you make 380.
Fair strike rate.
Yeah, I think it's just under about 90 odd, just under. So
For 380 runs.
for that, yeah, ridiculous. And those 2 century sessions, that what I was just saying before, like 105 and then 107 to back it up, is just, that shows you the consistency, and it's just ridiculous.
Yes. Yeah. Shows that just the class above everyone else that he was that day.
Yeah,
Ridiculous. Shout out to Matty Hayden. I don't think we haven't really spoken about him a lot on the show, you know.
probably not. Yeah,
We'll work on that.
wonder what he's doing these days. He doesn't commentate, does he? Does he?
Oh, maybe. He was a couple. Like, I remember seeing him in the Big Bash. I don't know how long ago that was, though. I don't know what time it is anymore.
Was he the Pakistani batting coach or something? I feel like I saw him. It might have just been like for the World Cup, the previous World Cup or something.
Why does that sound familiar? Yeah.
Don't
Might be
know.
onto something. Do let us know. Matty Hayden, get in touch. Let us know what you're up to. We'd love to hear from you, mate.
Big fan of the show.
Big fan of the show.
We haven't said that in a while.
We haven't said that in a while. We'll see if we can get a bit of a Nathan Brown-esque response from him. And then just make a mountain out of that molehill. Verify brownie.
Have you got a more condensed?
We'll keep it quick. All right?
Yeah.
You want me to keep it moving? Okay, I can do that. I've got a quick one for you. I've got 3 words for you. Sir Donald Bradman. You already know where I'm going with this, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
So he made... So in the 1930 Ashes, he made 334.
Yep.
He made 309 runs in a day. A day. I don't think I have that many for my career.
I definitely don't.
You have a higher score, though.
You brought it up. I didn't.
Yeah, I know. I met myself, man. Yeah, so 309 runs in a day. A session of 105 runs, as Haydos did.
Yeah.
A session of 115 runs. And then the other session, the shit session, it was 89 runs.
Ah, jeez.
Yeah, it really kind of laid off a bit there.
Yeah. Took the foot off the gas.
Maybe he's just not as good as people say. Like, people remember him as. Maybe the whole kind of rose-coloured glasses.
Yeah. Especially when it comes to the third session of a day.
Yeah. That's when you're supposed to put your foot down and accelerate, isn't it? It's just, come on, mate. What are you doing? What are you doing to us? Yeah, 309 runs in a day. That's 3 pretty bloody good sessions.
Yeah. It's good. I like that you brought that up, because that's what we were talking about last week, wasn't it? We talked about Ashes moments, and we were talking about Bodyline series and everything.
Yeah.
It's almost like thematically, it just fits.
It's almost like it is by design.
Yes.
So let us know. Please do get in touch and let us know your... I'm asking for trouble here. Let us know your favourite session. I'm going to leave it there.
No, your favourite sesh.
Sorry, your favourite sesh. My bad.
That's better.
Yeah.
Time to get forward?
As we do with Run It Back, we run it back, and then we got to get forward.
We
Got to
do.
bring it back to reality. What do you got for me?
This is... Okay, it might be a bit of a stretch.
We love stretches.
I do love.
Friendly reminder to stretch your back.
Yeah.
No, seriously. Hold on. I'm pointing at you, but this is an important one.
Yeah.
I'm pointing at you as well.
Mm.
Pause the video.
Mm.
Stand up. Stretch.
And maybe invest in like a foam roller as well.
Oh. Yeah, you bloody love a foam roller. You take it with you fucking everywhere. Is it in your car right now?
Actually, is it in the room?
I cannot see it in the studio.
It's not here. It might be in the other room.
It's never too far away from you.
It's never. It's always quite close.
Again, I have derailed you. Did you want to carry on? Get forward.
That's what we were doing. Get forward.
Unpause. But you haven't heard that because you've paused it.
I said it was a stretch. This was going to be a stretch. That's where.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Yes. We're talking about sessions.
Sesh.
Yeah. This next test is going to be the Adelaide day-nighter.
Adelaide Oval, what a beautiful place.
Beautiful.
I still haven't been. I need to go.
I need to go as well. I've never been.
We'll organise that.
Yeah, let's do it. The day-night test hasn't been going for very long, but it's very much almost part of the summer now. It's like if we were to have a summer without a day-night test, it wouldn't feel the same. I think anyway.
It's very quickly become a staple. It's become a tradition. I think. Yeah, I agree.
And one aspect of a day-night test that I guess makes it unique is the night session. That's what makes it.
Sesh.
Yes, absolutely.
That's a mouthful.
One, like a key reason that I love it so much is because it's so, it brings out a different side to the game. The bowlers are a lot more in it. The pink ball under lights does wonders, and we both lick our lips as bowlers when we watch it. It's very good to watch, entertaining.
Yes.
So for my sort of get forward, once again, this is a stretch. Thinking about sessions, the night session, getting forward.
Power through, mate. Power through.
Could you ever see a player in the Aussie cricket team or a touring team that's a specialist day-night player that could be just for this particular test match because either they're a really good bowler or they're very good at playing the swinging ball under lights? Could you ever see that being once again, very much a stretch, but I just thought sessions, the night session is very unique with day-night test cricket.
Yeah, and it's the next test.
And it's the next test.
Not true. We've definitely had bigger stretches on this show, so no, I'll rate that. I want to say yes, but without making it gimmicky.
Okay.
If that makes sense. You know how you've got in the Big Bash, you've got, I can't remember what they're fucking called. The X Factor. Yeah. Yeah. As long as it's not that.
Yeah.
Which I can't imagine they would with Test match cricket, but I can see. Well, yeah, it's happened this test. Like, it's why Anderson wasn't picked. It's why they were saving him for this test, because being as good a swing bowler as he is, you want him in tip top condition to dominate that night session. So in a way, it kind of does exist, and I reckon there's potential, especially if more and more night tests happen. You'd absolutely plan picking your team around that.
Yeah, almost maybe not to the level of like a test, the discrepancy between a test team and a one-day team, but maybe to a certain level.
Yeah, maybe a little more crossover than at the moment.
Yeah, potentially. Because, the fifth test down at, I believe it's at Hobart.
It is. Congrats to Tassie. First ever Ashes test, I believe.
Yes, and that's going to be a day-nighter as well.
Is it?
I think that was part of the contract. It was like...
Shit, I didn't know that.
The fifth test has to be a day-nighter, so...
We fucking love Tassie.
We do.
Shout out Tassie.
Shout out Tassie. Get north south.
Get north south. Get north south. Let us know who you think would be a specialist night test player.
Yeah.
Batter or bowler.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm very interested in that.
That you were underselling that. That was a very, very good get forward, mate.
Really?
Yeah. Well done.
Thanks, mate.
Get around Asher and give him some love in the comments, because that was elite.
Thanks, mate.
on that high, we'll end get forward there.
Mhm.
We'll kind of round up, run it back as we do with get forward. Nicely done and dusted. What's next? Genuinely asking, I've forgotten for a split second.
Time to switch on. Switch on.
Okay, so switch on. As we mentioned last week, this is just any way to get the brain ticking over. Just switch on, get your head in the game. You'll figure it out.
Yep.
So I'll start us off as I always do, if that's all right with you.
As per usual.
Got the questions right here, mate. All right, so sessions, pretty good sessions. So we're just sticking with the theme like we always do. What is the most ever runs scored in one session of a test match? Now, on Nisha, I go multiple choice, like I have been doing. So A, 173.
Yep.
B, 178. C, 144. Or D, 156.
Okay. Okay, so we're just talking about 130 in a session from Stokes, and you said that was the
I said that was the most ever in the first session of a day.
first session of a day. Okay.
Not a test match. A day.
Yeah. I feel like it wouldn't be much more. I feel like it would be more, but
Well, it is. Well, yeah, none of them. They're all above 130.
they are all
yeah.
above. I have no way of narrowing it down, so I'll just go something in the middle. I'll go for 156.
173.
Really?
173. Let me see if I can find who it was. It was against Pakistan. It was Dennis Compton. Dennis Compton against Pakistan in 1954.
Which country did Dennis Compton play for?
England.
Oh, okay.
England. 173 in a session.
There you go.
Fuck, that's all right.
That is all right.
That's a good sesh.
That's
It's a fucking good sesh.
next question.
Question 2. How many times has Sir Don Bradman scored a century in a test match? So as we know the man, the myth, the legend, it's just fair to assume that he has scored the most centuries in a session, which he has, spoiler alert.
Right.
But how many times has he done it? Did I word that weirdly?
Wait. So the question is, how many centuries has he scored in Test cricket?
No.
No?
How many centuries has he scored in a session? How many times has he scored a century in a session in Test match cricket? Because he's done it the most.
Oh, okay.
How many times has he done it?
Right. Okay.
Again, multiple choice.
Yep.
4, 5, 6, or 7. How many times has he done it? Either of these numbers, by the way, is ridiculous.
Yeah, any of them.
Any, yeah, not either.
I'm going to say, given that Haydos did it back to back, like, I feel like 4 is not really that many. I feel like he would have done more. So I'm going to go all out and say he did it 7 times.
He did it 6 times. Are you brave enough to pick C? If you know, you know.
Did that get me last week as well? I
yeah,
feel like
it did. It did get you last week.
Bit of deja vu.
I'm a fucking cheeky fucker, aren't I? Oh, I'm a bloody rascal, mate.
I feel like I've been here before.
No. It feels like I've been here before. All right, I have one more question for you. I only did 2 for you last week. I've got a third if that's all right with you.
Yep.
So we know about Travis Head.
We do.
Century in a session.
Yep.
You know, we mentioned Davey Warner. He was the last Aussie to do it before Head.
Okay.
I've mentioned Ben Stokes. He's the last Englishman to do it.
Yep.
Who was the last Englishman before Ben Stokes to score a century in a session? No multiple choice. I'm just keeping it sort of on the Ashes theme. We're going Australia, just keeping it England. So Travis Head.
Yep.
David Warner before him.
Yeah.
Ben Stokes, the last Englishman. Who was the Englishman before him?
Okay. I wanted to say someone like a Butler or a Bairstow, but given that Ben Stokes did it last time when Bairstow was debuting, you said? Or
it was his first century.
First century.
Yeah.
Definitely knocked those out.
If they were to have done it, it probably would have been afterwards.
After that. Yeah. Okay, so I'm just going to go a step back through English cricket and the big guns, you know, Ian Bell's mopped up heaps of runs. Kevin Peterson's heaps of runs.
Ian Bell. That's not a name that we've said anywhere near enough on this show.
I remember he used to absolutely, I forget which series, Down Under.
2010-11. He did well 2013 as well in England.
I think he did, yeah. He had a real purple patch. Or I reckon, either him or... I reckon Peterson. Peterson's just got the ability to score very quickly as well. So I'm going to say Kevin Peterson.
That's a fair guess. And to be honest, Peterson was very, very stiff. Not to be mentioned by us when we did our Playing with Freedom episode.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, got a couple of comments about that saying, what the fuck? And I'm like, yeah, what the fuck? At me. Are you ready for this?
Uh-huh.
Matt Pryor.
What?
Yeah, right.
Really?
Yeah, how gross is that?
Not gross.
Nothing against Matt Pryor. It's just kind of like,
had no idea.
What a weird... Yeah.
When? Does
I think 2007.
That's so random.
Yeah. Odd.
Amidst like the purple patch of Kevin Peterson and everything.
Yeah.
Wow. There you go.
There you go. There's my switch on for the sesh.
Mm-hmm.
I've
got 2 questions for you. First question.
I already don't like this. It's just another stretch. No, I'll give you benefit of the doubt because your get 4 was very good.
Alex Carey. We talked about Alex Carey breaking records in his debut.
Yes.
Most dismissals.
Mm-hmm.
This is a thought-provoking one, I guess. A batter can definitely win a game in a session by, dominating and scoring 100 and whatnot. A bowler can also win a game in a session by turning it on and taking 4 quick wickets or so.
At Benjamin B. Burns?
Yeah, Burnsy. Can a keeper win a game in a session?
Well, if he's the batter...
No, sorry. I should clarify.
Yeah, okay.
When I say keeper, not take the batting component out of it. I don't. No.
Well, the only way, so purely by wicket keeping, then.
Yeah.
So
to be so good at wicket keeping that, because with Alex Carey, having a sensational debut.
Mm-hmm.
Part of me and maybe part of other people as well, sort of like, oh, that's cool. You got the most dismissals. Like you took catches. That's good.
Yeah.
But there's a part of me that's like that. It kind of just ends there. It's like that's good. But in terms of winning a game, obviously you need to take catches to win games.
Well, that's the thing. If a keeper takes a lot of caught behinds, it's fuck, that bowler's been taking wickets and put in the right area. So what springs to mind immediately is if he's stumping people. Like if, say, Gaz Lyon is bowling under lights and England cricketers aren't brave enough to dance down the track. But that's the only way I can see him really getting involved because stumping it's way more the keeper's work as opposed to caught behind, which is almost finishing the bowler's work.
Unless it's like a classic catch or an incredible catch.
Yeah.
How many of those do you get every game? Like you're not. It's not like every single delivery is like an incredible catch or something.
Yeah. That's the only way I can think of it, really.
Yeah.
Do you have an answer in mind?
No, that's. I didn't, but when you said stumping, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I feel like you can change a game by, a few clutch stumpings because that's very, very skillful thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
To have the reflexes and.
But then I feel like if you're a new batsman and you've just seen 2 people get out to a stumping,
you're going to stay in your
I'm going to stay firmly in my crease.
Yeah, absolutely.
So yes, by stumping, but also realistically, probably not.
Yeah, that does in turn affect the game later because if someone's going to definitely stay in their crease, they're not going to come down the track. That's
true.
Win for the bowler.
Yeah, but again, the keeper doesn't get credit with that. Like he probably should. Like if you think about the follow-on effect, but you go back and think of the game, it's they bowled well.
Yeah, you don't look at the scorebook and be yeah.
Justice for keepers.
Yeah. Yeah. Are you starting a hashtag or?
No, they don't really go well.
Sorry, are we starting a? It's our channel, right?
We're equally involved in the socials.
Oh, it's just I'm just checking the feed.
You're on there all the time, mate. Honestly, what do you do with your day?
Just DMs and the like.
Do you have another question for me?
I do.
What segment is this? Switch on. I need to switch on. Get my head in the game.
Okay, this one is. I won't even attempt to say it's a stretch or even say it's linked at all. We're talking about sessions, right?
Yeah.
Michael Neser or Jai Richardson for the next test?
Yep, that's relevant. No, well, it's coming up. It's coming up. It starts today. By the time you're listening to this or watching this, by the time you're the audience of this. So, yeah, that would have been decided well and surely by now.
Yes.
Jai Richardson.
Okay. Just cause?
Purely thinking longer term.
Yeah, right, okay. Fair enough.
That's all I've got.
Yep.
What do you think?
Nisa.
How dare you disagree with me? In front of all these people? In front of these tens and tens of people?
That wasn't part of the plan. No, I think he's in I think both of them are in good form, but I think Nisa is in scorching hot form at the moment. He took Pfeiffer in the Australia A game a couple of days ago.
Yeah.
And I think not that it really plays a part, but he's a decent bat as well.
It's pretty handy, yeah.
So
Australia tend to have a good lower order bat.
Yeah, generally, yeah.
Pat Cummins is handy with the bat, more than handy with the bat.
Absolutely,
I think he's been listed as like an all-rounder in Test because he's that handy with the bat. At times, like he ranks pretty high in the all-rounders.
I feel like as of late, he hasn't been given the opportunity to bat much because I don't know if you've noticed, like the last few Tests, particularly against India last summer, he struggled a bit with the bat because it was the first time he actually batted in quite a while.
Yeah.
So it'd be interesting to see if they actually do sort of occasionally put him up the order or something, just to give him that bit of experience because he's capable of batting very well.
And being captain now, he's capable of saying, "I'm going up the order now."
Absolutely.
do it, Pat.
Do it, mate.
But yeah, Starkey's handy with the bat as well. He can whack him.
Absolutely. All right. Well, that's switch on.
Do you feel switched on? Let us know in the comments.
Time for my mate's multi.
Money! Money!
Alrighty, so my mate's multi. I'll kick us off as I normally do. Do I explain it? I feel like it was the second episode back to video. Do we explain
what you
the
should
segments?
do is go back and watch last week's episode if you want to know how my mate's multi works.
Yeah. Get the views up. That's it. That's how we do it. That's how we run the channel. All about the views.
We think about this. We just had switch on, so we're thinking.
Yeah. I'll go through my legs from last week. Leg one. Both teams, Australia and England, to have the exact same amount of run-outs by the end of the first test.
How many was there, my friend?
0. Not for the... I initially thought it was just going to be a washout, so...
Hold on. Yeah, no, we need to address that.
I was convinced.
I wish it was. I was convinced by you. I had no idea. I hadn't checked the forecast. I was convinced
the forecast
by you.
I completely checked the forecast and it was rain, and I was like, yeah, draw. And anyway, I'll come back to that. Leg 2.
So you got that one right. Sorry, I interrupted there. You got that one right.
Yes.
Well done.
1 out of 3. Leg 2. If there is a second innings,
we are hopeless.
All of my legs this week were all
dependent on
weather. That's how convinced I was that it was going to bucket down.
I wish it had.
If there is a second innings, no English batter will finish their innings with a strike rate higher than 50. Nope.
Yeah, I think there was a few that, like Joe Root was around 80 odd.
Joe Root.
Joss Butler was high, but he wasn't there very long.
Yeah, exactly. So, nope. Leg 3. And this tops very, very, very thematic. Footage of the amazing Adelaide test will be telecasted at some point over the coming days due to the rain delays. No.
No, I hope you don't speak that one into existence because with it being an Adelaide Oval, this next test, I
That's
hope that
almost-
doesn't come true.
Yeah.
You might have gone too early on that leg,
Yeah. Just speaking things into existence.
which you are known for,
Am I?
apparently.
Okay. Your legs from
let's
last
get
week?
into mine, shall we? Okay, so leg one from me last week, I said that England will have more incorrect DRS referrals than Australia in the first test.
And did they?
I'll level with you. I didn't bother to keep track. I didn't look it up. I'm willing to just say no.
I like that honesty. It's good.
We're an honest bunch here on Final Leg to Full Forward,
And
as
quite-
are our audience.
quite often, I think it depends on how the other two legs go. So that's our
That's
general,
the real reason.
general rule of thumb. So let's see how the other legs go first.
Leg two.
Yep.
Pat Cummins will bowl the most maiden overs in the first test across both innings.
Yeah.
Now, when I mentioned this, it was the end of day one, and Josh Hazelwood was off to a flyer going for fucking no runs.
Yeah.
He ended up with one more maiden than Cummins.
Ooh.
So I was close. Across both innings, yeah, one more. So didn't get that one.
Okay.
And then leg three was Joe Root will not get a pair in the first test. And
Good
then I
job.
put ha 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 ha, heaps of sad faces. And he didn't. He did well on day three.
He did.
He did very well. So pleasantly surprised, happy that he got his account underway.
Mm-hmm.
So in true My Mance multi fashion, did we both get 1 out of 3?
Unless you want to count the first one that we haven't bothered checking.
I'm assuming it's no.
Okay. All right. 1 out of 3 then.
1 out of 3, baby.
Consistency is the key. Very much so.
Let's hear yours next week, Matt.
Okay.
Sorry, this week. Well, yeah. This episode's, we'll get to that.
Ooh.
Ooh, ominous.
Love a bit of foreshadowing. Leg
Go on.
1. Tanveer Sangha to bowl at least 10 dot balls in his next BBL game.
You know the Ashes are on, right?
Yeah.
No.
What?
He's going BBL? No, I like it. Okay.
I'm keeping tabs on Tanveer Sangha.
I know.
Tanveer Sangha is a jet. He's going to be playing for. I reckon he's a shoo-in for the Aussie T20 side this summer. Just a quiet.
All right, you heard it here first. No, I'm all right with that.
Big
You
calls.
were just making a big thing about the whole being thematic thing. I just assumed they were all going to be Ashes, but that's all right.
Leg 2. That wasn't me shutting you down.
I'm fine if it was. I'm okay if it
That wasn't me shutting you down. I was getting to leg 2 because leg 2 is about the Ashes.
Okay.
The result of the day-night test will be determined before the 80th over on day 3.
I 100% agree with you there.
Yeah. It's just it's almost like that's a safe leg
Yeah, that's the one you can just chalk off straight away.
because it's a day-night test.
Mhm.
And what we love about day-night tests is there's closure.
That's close. Yeah. And it's a bowler-dominated test.
We love, well,
How good's... Well, we're opening matters as well now. How good's cricket?
so good.
Leg 3?
Leg 3.
I feel like this segment's always the most chaotic.
Is it?
That's how I feel.
Maybe.
Just trying to express myself.
I've just
Damn.
never really thought about it. It probably is.
Clearly. I fucking know that after we finish recording, mate. Don't worry about that. I can air all the dirty laundry on the show.
Leg 3. Babar Azam to average more than 100 across the one-day series against the Windies.
Average more than 100.
Yep.
Okay. So is that entire series going to be wrapped up by our next episode?
We'll talk about that.
Ooh.
Foreshadowing.
Cool. All right. If anyone could do it, it's probably going to be Babar Azam.
Yeah, he's got a duck in the first 2020, but
It's not
I
the
feel
long days. We're all good.
it's all
We're all good.
he's going to bounce back. Anyway.
Cool. I'll give you 1 out of 3. Probably.
Probably.
All right. So mine for this week, leg 1. both Broad and Anderson will be in. Will be in for the second test. I will cry the bitchiest tears I've ever cried if they're not.
I'll be extremely shocked if they're both not in.
Yeah. So I'm that's the one I'm chalking up as a guarantee.
Yep.
This one's a bit niche. We love niche. We love niche.
We absolutely love niche.
England's collective opening partnerships for the first innings of both the second and the third test, again, we'll get to that, will be less than 80.
Say that again, sorry?
I had to reword this one a couple of times because I confused myself. This is the best I could come up with. England's collective opening partnerships for the first innings of both the second and third tests will be less than 80.
So that's four innings.
No. So just the first innings of the second and third test.
Okay. Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah. So no faith in the openers.
Have they given me much to have faith in?
I think Haseeb Hamid's got.
Yeah, he showed some heart.
And I think if he gets, I can see him like, a gritty 50 or something like that.
Well, I'm happy for him to score most of these. I'm fine with that. I'm also fine if Burns wants to score a run or two.
Yep. Yeah.
Or 10.
Or just anyone score runs.
Anyone.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't like cricket.
You said it 2 minutes ago that you did.
That's why I said maybe I don't. I was kind of questioning it.
All
right, leg 3.
Yep.
An Australian bowler will take 7th
at the next test
before our next episode.
Ooh,
what do they mean by that? Thoughts? What do you give me there?
I like it. I think it's very, very possible, especially day-night test.
All 3? All 3?
Oh, sorry, I was just talking about the last one.
Give me all 3.
I think you're a shoo-in for a 1 out of 3.
Give me a 1 out of 3, boys. Give me a 1 out of 3.
And you're a sneaky for a 2 out of 3, I reckon.
Give me a 3 out of 3, boys. Give me a 3 out of 3.
We haven't got 3. So we've each had 3 out of 3 once, I think.
We did mention that last week, I think, when we were going through the explanation of it. But if you're not sure, you can go back and watch the last episode and tell us what we said. Okay, so we've danced around it for a little while there towards the end, especially. So, no episode next week. Sorry, guys, stop booing. Stop booing. It's fine. It's fine. It's honestly fine. It's not my fault. It's his. What? So, cricket, the fixture of cricket is a little more flexible. So, you know how with footy, it's every weekend. So, we just kind of, you chalk up the same weekend, you just repeat. Cricket, the tests start during the week, not really on the weekend. So often, there might be some weeks where we don't have anything to talk about, which isn't the case this week because the second test's starting and Boxing Day will have started between now and our next episode.
We're trying to justify it now.
Well, you're a dog. Nah. Family commitments over the festive period means no episode next week, but also a bit about the fixture of cricket because we did say that going forward.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it allows for a bit more flexibility as opposed to
when we do them. There's a bit more content there to talk about.
Exactly, and that's the beauty of cricket.
Yeah, is it? Actually, we've said countless times that our favourite part about playing cricket is the parts where we don't play cricket.
Yeah,
like we was how good's finishing early.
Because we did finish early on the weekend as well.
Yeah, so we went from finishing at 6:40 last week to finishing right on or before 5 o'clock this week.
Yeah.
I love an early finish of cricket. I love an early finish.
What does that say, though? It's sort of like...
Our favourite part about playing cricket is not playing cricket. So, yeah, there's going to be a bit of cricket between now and our next episode, isn't there, mate?
There is. Bit of, Big Bash still going on and obviously the day-night test. So
the day-night test and, yeah, a day or so of Boxing Day. We still need to work that out.
Yeah.
But fear not. This is a planned delay. We've got our shit together. We're sorted. So we're not going anywhere for too long. We promise. So with that being said, have a very, very Merry Christmas. And I'm not going to say Happy New Year because we'll be here again before 2022.
Before that.
Lock it in.
Hopefully this enjoy this next the day-night test. Hopefully it's a bowler's paradise.
We love a bowler's paradise.
We do love a bowler's paradise.
Well, we'll see. We'll see you in a couple of weeks.
Keep taking wickets.